Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading about somebody that's ready to take action. This could be a no contact situation where contact is, reestablished. It could also be somebody that's just been kind of acting a little bit odd or a little bit distant, deciding that it's finally time to have a conversation that they've been kind of putting off, delaying, or outright avoiding. And part of the reason I feel like it's taken a while is we have these mushrooms growing on, looks like mm, I don't know, maybe like a cattle skull. No, that's more like I don't know who has teeth like that. Feel free to analyze if you know. But we have number 12, the rider, Rider, movement, quick decisions, progress, excitement. And we have number 6, surrender, letting go, trust, consideration, and expansion. So I feel like somebody has decided they can trust somebody that they were a little hesitant to trust previously. It could be one of those situations where somebody didn't really like to trust anybody. Hi there, Storm. And they've decided that living that way makes for a very lonely life. So they have opened their heart to trusting somebody. And this requires them to have a little bit of a conversation, a little bit of a chat. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of enchant time. And I hope you're having a lovely day so far. Let's dive in. I feel like actually the Kipper would be the right call. I'll dive in with the Kipper. We have toil and labor. Message in the reverse and imprisonment in the reverse. So, message in the reverse definitely seems to speak to the idea that this could be a no contact situation that's going through some transformation here. But I also feel like this work and or toil and labor along with imprisonment in the reverse could mean that we had somebody that was influenced to go no contact, or that there were, kind of like some meddling people that made this communication or this connection a difficult one to deal with. So I feel like to some extent we have somebody that is freeing themselves from a group or a specific individual that was exerting a little bit more control over that than they should. Hi there, Farrell. How are you doing? Hello, Cancer King. Welcome, welcome. Distant horizons, bad health. We had these two come out maybe even yesterday. And marriage in the reverse. So, for some of you, this meddlesome person was trying to keep two individuals apart because they viewed this love interest in some ways as an opponent. So there could be, for example, some financial benefits they were receiving from a family member or a friend, hi there, Voodoo, that they felt would be threatened if this person got into a relationship, right? There could have even been consequences for inheritance. We've got somebody that felt like they needed to kind of direct somebody in terms of how they lived their life, and they created distance or demanded distance. And this resulted in a significant relationship either never happening or ending prematurely. All right, let's go with. We're going to use the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. What else do we have? Two of Swords. Fool in the reverse. So this is kind of feeling like one of those situations that's been a little bit repeating or prevalent in my readings lately, which is the idea of somebody acknowledging that they listened to somebody that they shouldn't have listened to when they made an important decision regarding their love life. Hi there, Tiana. How are you doing? Thank you, Budo, for putting that out there. Um, Notice that we have somebody here that's sitting in a skeletal throne and they have a blindfold over them, right? So we have somebody that was making a decision without all of the information and it blocked them from a new start. So this kind of comes across as somebody that could have embarked on an adventure with this Queen of Cups, could have had a romantic relationship, could have gotten married, started a family, but they were holding back. Now we have surrender, right? So this person's coming in and they're surrendering to how they feel. They're ready to make a decision for themselves instead of follow the advice or the direction of somebody else. So that bodes well, I think. Ooh, Seven of Swords. The letter B could be important for some of you. I'm very much so noticing this bat, and it kind of looks like a letter B, almost like it says boo in the clouds. There's a sense here that somebody lied in an effort to sabotage another relationship because either they couldn't, like there's jealousy or envy here. The Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is somebody who can't call in or manifest the blessings that they're seeking for in their own life. So they are prone to jealousy of others who have, fought the good fight and figured out a way to make their life what they want it to be. This Queen of Wands in the reverse is one that is more likely to think about how others have it so easy versus how can I improve my own situation, right? So the expression misery loves company would definitely apply to this reading. It kind of feels to me like this is an older woman, but it doesn't have to be. Five of Cups. This Five of Cups makes me feel like whatever efforts were made might have resulted in the desired outcome for a period of time, but they were not sustainable. In other words, you might be able to hold someone back from a love interest or get them to obey you for, so long. And then eventually this plan of yours falls to pieces, right? So some other truth may have been exposed for this person to understand, I don't need to listen to this Queen of Wands in reverse, or somebody went through that dark night of the soul and realized of their own volition, I've been listening to somebody who has been lying to me, right? Because of booger. Hi there, Dino. How are you doing? Now we have the Three of Wands and the King of Swords. The Three of Wands, this is kind of giving me delayed wisdom. Somebody was waiting for something to happen. And I think in this delay or in this, what feels like several months, in this period of time, somebody recognized either a trend or a pattern in somebody else's behavior. For example, this person who was meddling may have meddled in somebody else's life. And this King of Swords was like, that's what you did to my life. That's what you did to my love interest. Why are you doing the same thing over and over again? It looks like you're just like collecting people or trying to mess with people. There's something here about over a period of time, this King of Swords getting a better grasp on the truth and seeing things for how they truly were or are. Recognizing that somebody here has been trying to dampen spirits or misrepresent love interests to keep at least one person, but likely more than one person, stagnant or not interested in relationships that might actually be, going forward or going somewhere, right? Oh, you want that one too? Okay, okay. So our Seven of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Wands. 77 could be an important number to keep an eye out for. And it's paired with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. I think we had somebody that was being rather defensive. Like when somebody thinks they may have been caught, but they don't really want to believe it. So they stay committed to the lie or only, give a little bit at a time. And then I feel like there's a name for it, but I don't remember what it is. But just the idea that somebody over time, like, admits to more and more of their own lie or comes clean about more and more grievances or mistakes. I feel like this person refuses to give up on a particular perspective or a particular argument. They're like, I hate to put it in this term, but it's what came to mind. They're like a glacier that is slowly melting over time. This person doesn't have the ability to actually bolster their lies like they used to. There's more and more awareness that this person has misrepresented some facts or has been arguing against something and in a selfish way, right? You're just saying that because it benefits you, right? It's like when I go to pay for something and they forgot to charge me for something that I got. Am I as likely to call that out as I am you overcharging me, right? In theory, we should all be honest enough to say that's incorrect. Here's why, regardless of which situation that is. But I think in practice, it would probably be pretty likely, in my estimation, that people are more likely to call out when they've been overcharged rather than undercharged, right? This person was able to get away with things for a while, but now it's made much more difficult for them. So their shenanigans are kind of getting exposed, right? We have the Two of Wands and Justice. It's almost like coming through as somebody had a bit of a test, right? Hey, what do you think of this person? Knowing full well that this meddlesome person had praised the person in question to somebody else or something like that, right? I'm testing you, and this exposes to me that you are meddlesome or that you have lied, right? Justice implies this person has been caught, has been exposed, and there are consequences or there are changes to behavior because somebody realizes they can't trust that individual anymore. All right, this is the angel romance or romance angels oracle. Codependency. Getting to know each other. So this would suggest that we have a meddlesome person who is codependent. For some of you, I feel like it's a smaller percentage of you. The energy that is the rider or surrender, the person who's making a change, who wants to have a conversation, kind of feels like a masculine energy to me. Could be the codependent person, but I think more importantly, the rider was being controlled by this meddlesome person because they were codependent in some way. They paid for their rent, they paid for their meals, they did whatever it was that this person didn't want to stop. So when our writer was getting to know somebody new and maybe falling in love, the meddlesome person wanted to stop that, and it didn't get very far beyond the, introductions and first couple of exchanges, right? All right, we're gonna go with the Rider Waite. This person who is meddlesome is used to being listened to. I really do feel like this is an older energy. If they're not older, they are in a position of power, right? This is somebody that people would look to for advice or would look to as a reference point, an expert, a guru, whatever you want to call it, right? And this Page of Swords, this is giving me like people had been listening to this Hierophant individual for a while. And then there was this Page of Swords that came along and was like, something you said just doesn't sound right, so I'm going to investigate. So there was somebody here that dug a little bit deeper and realized this Hierophant energy was lying. So we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse again. We had it here as well, along with the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups. This meddlesome person, the Hierophant, did everything they could to get, I think, more than one person, but in particular, the writer, to view new opportunities or a change for, where they live or who they live with, whether or not they're married, as if everyone was dangerous. No one could be trusted. I don't know if you've ever read or seen White Oleander, but Michelle Pfeiffer's character, I can't remember the name in the book, the mother figure was just like very pessimistic and very, you can't trust anybody. The daughter's name I know is Astrid. I can't remember what the actress's name was, but she was also in Big Fish. She's just so charming. But the idea that I've gone through some really painful things, so I'm going to make sure you don't, by basically canceling every potential opportunity for a relationship that you have, right? That's not the right thing to go, or not the right approach, because you end up missing out on people that actually are good, right? Not everybody out there wants to hurt you. Not everybody out there is selfish. Not everybody out there gaslights. If you want some proof, take a look at our live chat. We have some pretty amazing people in there. So this person, I think, was generalizing an entire population, right? Now, this could be specifically about religion. It could be about race. It could be socioeconomic. It could be anything really. But I think for the majority of you, this is somebody who would, naysay against everybody, right? They're not good enough for you. They're a liar. They're a user. When really they were telling on themselves. This was a dishonest person that was trying to use the writer. Yeah. So remember I said I think this codependency card is about the meddlesome individual? Absolutely. Because what is the Nine of Pentacles in the upright? The Nine of Pentacles in the upright talks about independence, somebody who's self-sufficient, somebody who can pay their own bills, take care of themselves. When it's in the reverse, we have somebody here who is codependent. They use other people to get their stuff situated or their bills paid. And it's coming out with the Empress in the reverse, which kind of validates what I was saying about this could be an older feminine energy. Doesn't have to be though. Remember, these are general readings, so there's definitely some variation. But with this Empress in the reverse, what's really core to this concept here is we've got somebody that was more destructive in their behavior as opposed to somebody who regenerates, who builds, who creates. The Empress in the reverse is not a nice energy. This is somebody who causes a lot of emotional destruction, right? So this is somebody who was dependent on somebody else. Maybe they mowed her lawn, maybe they made her food, maybe they paid her bills, whatever it was. They felt threatened by the love interest that entered this person's life. Seven of Swords again. King of Pentacles. Knight of Swords in the reverse. So because somebody lied to this King of Pentacles, the rider, they did something reckless. It's like if you had gone on 3 perfect dates with somebody and then I pulled up an article that suggested this person was a thief or, like kind of abusive, whatever it was, and then you found out that that was misrepresentation or, I created a false police report. There's something here about this King of Pentacles feeling like they had made the right decision based on somebody else's opinion. and then realizing that they had been lied to and what they did was actually pretty reckless, and regretting how they treated somebody that they could have had a new beginning with. I like those cards. So somebody has gone through a transformation. Sometimes all it takes for you to be, punted into a dark night of the soul is seeing somebody's true colors that you thought you could trust, especially if this is a mother figure. Um, we have somebody here that they had to let go of a belief. They had to let go of an approach or a perspective that had made them a little bit cold or a little bit standoffish towards others, because they recognized that they were missing out on people that were this Six of Wands energy. So in other words, they were being told to pass up people that were real winners, people that were respected, admired, considered honorable, right? And with this Queen of Swords and the Sun, it's like this meddlesome person was basically saying, I'm going to pull all the window shades down on your house so you can't appreciate the sun. I'm going to block out something beautiful that you would actually appreciate in your life because I want to have control over that light, right? We're going to go for the situations deck, see what else we get for you. Yes, although that's also just kind of like my personality. I think there's a number of readings where I look at the camera and I'm like, and I would say it to your face, because I think honesty is sexy. Speaking of sexy, here we have the Divine Masculine. We have Interview, Waves, and Insatiable. I told you there's a conversation happening. This King of Pentacles knows that they need to communicate the details of the situation, explain what happened, apologize, because they have, I think, been experiencing a little bit of guilt, but I also feel a sense of there's nobody else out there like you. And even though somebody tried to, lie about who you are or whether or not you're a good person, I have seen that most people fail to live up to your standards, right? Sinead O'Connor, no one, is it? Sinead, oh, is that her last name? Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. No one compares to you. That beautiful song, haunting song. Yeah, see, we have our Six of Wands. This is the love interest that somebody walked away from. This person, the King of Pentacles, is feeling an insatiable need to speak with this person because they know now that this person that they assumed was toxic or not good for them was actually harmless or beautiful, right? Thank you. Sometimes I, doubt myself, but I should probably remember that I've only been right, or I've only been wrong like 3 times. I fucked up the delivery of it, so now it's not funny. Sorry, guys. But we do have a pressure cooker. This is that person who feels like they have to come through and have a conversation with their love interest. Like, hey, my mom told me you were crappy, so I didn't tell you how I felt. But it turns out my mom lied to me. Notice that we have the word rage. There could be consequences to the relationship with this meddlesome person, because on some level, this King of Pentacles feels like they've been robbed, feels like they may have lost the love of their life because somebody was willing to lie to them about that person. And that's why there was no contact or silence for so long, right? I know that now somebody has lied to me and I didn't talk to this person for so long because somebody told me they were not a good person. And then add to that a little bit of embarrassment, right? Like, I know I shouldn't have listened to this person And I did, and there are consequences for those actions. Queen of Wands in the reverse again. We had that right up here. Six of Wands in the reverse. So this divine masculine or the King of Pentacles has been delaying this conversation out of fear that they have, you know, fumbled it too much, that there's no way to salvage this connection. With the Sun in the reverse, I feel like this is just their like depression talking or their insecurity talking. Whoever is this meddlesome person could also be a little bit harsh on this King of Pentacles to try to keep them malleable, or like they still have control over that person, right? Four of Wands in the reverse. Basically, whoever this is didn't want the King of Pentacles to get married. Empress in the reverse again. I'm telling you, this is not a very nice person. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Emperor. I love this. Somebody got mad at this Queen of Swords, Empress in the reverse, because they found out the truth. They found out this Empress was the actual toxic person, not the one they were accusing. And as a result, we could have Aries in somebody's chart here, but as a result, this Emperor was like, you lied to me. I'm going to go do that thing that you told me not to do. Screw you. Like, we could be going no contact with the person that's meddlesome so that we can reestablish contact with the person, the love interest that came out as the Six of Wands. All right, we're going to use the Steampunk Tarot to clarify a little bit. Tell me more about the codependency. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is somebody who could be a wealthy individual. And the King of Cups. Now, call me crazy, but doesn't this kind of look like the same dude, but older? Like the King of Cups is older with like more facial hair, a little bit more jowly action. I feel like we have somebody, King of Pentacles, who worked really hard, took care of family members or took care of, you know, debts, was charitable, honorable, but not involved in a relationship. And then this King of Pentacles became either lonely or felt nostalgic for somebody that they had cut out of their life. We have this insatiable card, right? Somebody feels a pull after going through a transformation. Because now we have the King of Cups here saying somebody fell in love or somebody feels those emotions quite strongly. But Seven of Swords in the reverse, they had to discover the truth of the codependent issue first. Knight of Cups. That's such a cute image. Look at it. I love it. So the Knight of Cups is somebody that could be making a love offer. It's almost like anytime this King of Pentacles fell in love, this meddlesome Empress in the reverse tried to find a way to kill off that desire, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. Ooh, that must be interesting, Pharaoh, after 12 years. I hope it's going well for you. All right, tell me more about this marriage card in the reverse. Empress in the reverse. Trying to make sure it's not glary. So who is preventing marriage? The meddlesome Empress in the reverse. Ten of Wands. So there may have been a lot of responsibilities that sat on the King of Pentacles' shoulders, trying to keep that King of Pentacles busy so they would not be drawn into a relationship, and would continue to make money. It feels to me like this person was basically using the King of Pentacles to not have to work or to have more money to live a certain lifestyle. We have the Four of Swords on the King of Swords. This King of Swords has become enlightened or has gone through healing and has seen things for the way they truly are instead of just listening to what other people say. If you've heard the phrase trust but verify, that would be what's happening here, right? Instead of just taking somebody's word, this King of Swords, King of Pentacles was able to see the truth by consulting with other sources. Tell me about the, okay, I was looking at the Five of, no, it's the Two of Wands. And we have the Three of Cups. Doesn't it look like they're trying to talk somebody into a decision they don't really want to make? These don't look like very trustworthy friends to me. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Five of Wands. If anybody was seen as competition or a direct opponent in terms of those assets or funds, the Empress would deal with it. Tell me about the Death card, please. Page of Swords. Remember I said somebody got information? This transformation, this change in perspective all happened because somebody else provided some information, or this King of Pentacles energy found some information, perhaps on social media, that told them what was actually going on. This person, though, they know what's going on. They are no longer in the dark. Four of Pentacles in the reverse supports our surrender card, talking about letting go. Somebody now feels like they don't have to follow all of the rules that were pressed upon them, right? We have the Knight of Wands. There's something here about quick moving action because the Rider implies quick decisions, and we have the Sun card being clarified. So this is like the truth is about to come out, right? I was clarifying the Queen of Wands in the reverse, which we already had come out twice. Here's thrice. Somebody wasn't capable of making their own way in life or making their own money, making things happen. Living a certain life was important to them. They are by nature a jealous or controlling individual. So they made sure this King of Pentacles was on the hook for their needs. Tell me about the Emperor. High Priestess. I love this combination. I love this for you. This is somebody who stands up for what they believe in, speaks their mind, doesn't feel like they have to temper what they say or what they feel for the benefit of another. This is somebody who knows how things work. This is somebody who has seen through a facade or a mask, right? Thank you. All right. I also wanted these cards. So there's one card in particular that I'm kind of hoping comes out. It's finding out the truth crushed me. So we'll see if that comes out. But this is the Hidden Truth Oracle. And I kind of want to get into the King of Pentacles, how they're feeling. I lost myself for a little while, taking other people's direction, right? Not living my life the way I wanted to. I couldn't let you get close to me. Did you hear that? A little bit of thunder for you. I'm so glad, yeah. What else do we have for the King of Pentacles? Oh, I knew exactly what I was doing. Right? You came closer than anyone? I'm telling you, this person can't stop thinking about you. Especially if you embody Empress or Emperor energy, you would be a direct, like, opposite to the energy that has been controlling this King of Pentacles. For some of you, this is a partner or an ex. I still feel like they're older than the King of Pentacles, but take the energy how it resonates for you. It does. Aww. I love you unconditionally. You taught this person how to love in a way that was not tied to conditions. The theory I have here is this person was raised by a very controlling parent or parents, right? Think the Notebook's parents, right? Ali's parents. Like, things have to be proper, things have to be done in a certain way, blah, 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 right? So we also have, I am not available, and I remember every detail of that day. So, all right, so I watched a movie last night, Forever My Girl or Forever Your Girl. It's about a country singer who leaves a girl at the altar, but struggles to stop thinking about her. So we could have a situation here where this person is stuck in a different relationship because we have I am not available. Or this I am not available is specifically tied to this Empress in the reverse, making it clear that this person should not be getting into a relationship, right? But this King of Pentacles thinks about what they've done, what they've lost in their love life every single day, much like Liam Page in that movie. I don't remember the actor's name, but Travis Tritt was in it. I thought that was kind of cool. It was a cheesy but adorable movie. I would recommend it for those of you that are into rom-coms and movies like The Notebook, but if you are more like into war movies, probably not your thing. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next reading. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Bye, guys.